Welcome to today's bonus episode of Backstage with Randy Phillips. My name is Jill Wellborn with Life Family Media, and I have the privilege today of going backstage in the life with your favorite host, Randy Phillips. But before we begin, I would ask that you would subscribe or follow the show wherever you're watching or listening to this from, and leave us one of those 5-star reviews. Those are definitely our favorite. This helps us get the message out to people across the world, and we thank you in advance for your support. But on today's bonus episode, you're going to hear some hilarious stories of his family history. You're going to see where he gets his humor from, and man, just some of the funniest things that have happened to him, great moments in his life. It is a good time. You're going to laugh. So get ready. Let's go backstage with Pastor Randy. Well, welcome to Backstage with Randy Phillips. We have a bonus episode where I get the privilege of talking with our very favorite host, Pastor Randy Phillips.
Hello, Jill.
You're willing to brave this again.
It was a lot of fun. The response to that first one, though, was completely overwhelming.
It was overwhelming.
How many actually said they wanted a repeat performance?
We're coming back for the one. The one.
One person.
It's very biblical. Jesus left the 99.
Stephanie in Dallas, Texas.
That's right. Stephanie, thank you.
Said she needed more of the bonus episode.
She's our number one fan.
I love you, Stephanie.
No, we are excited. Today is going to be fun. We love going backstage in your life. You get to go behind the scenes with all of our musical artists and our guests and pastor friends and all those people, but we know you've got some gems hidden in there.
I don't know about that, but
family
perhaps. History.
This could be a tell-all. We had so much fun learning about your beautiful mom, which if you're watching, you can see here. She's coming back.
Wanda stories.
Wanda stories. There's some good ones.
Oh, so many.
Oh, my gosh. So thank you for doing it again. We're glad you're here watching. If we haven't met, my name is Jill. I'm the Life Family Media Project Manager. Life Family Media helps sponsor this podcast and produce it. And I just love getting to do what I get to do.
You do a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's why I'm sitting here today. But, man, one of the things you talked about on the last podcast was Wanda's love of food. What did you say the terminology was?
She's a light eater.
Light. That's right.
As soon as it gets daylight, she starts eating.
Interesting. Okay.
She eats all
day.
All day long.
When that sun is shining, I that's a woman after my own heart.
She told me one time she had never been full.
Okay.
I said, don't you ever get full? She said, baby, I've never been full.
That's okay.
Mom.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It goes along with that philosophy of skincare routine, right? Just eat all the fat.
Oh, yeah. She said, hey, there's a reason. I said, Mom, your skin is so beautiful. How do you do that? She said, fat, baby. These little old girls don't eat any fat. Look how shriveled up they are.
Shriveled.
She said, I don't have any wrinkles.
It fills it in. I've been embracing that advice from Miss Wanda. Thank you. Oh, I don't know. Okay, no, you have an interesting food philosophy. You call yourself a pioneer with food. Why don't you tell? What does that mean?
Well, pioneer, I don't go over the same tracks twice. So reruns are hard for me. I can't watch reruns
Not as funny.
too much. In area of food, no take home and no leftovers. I've already been over that track. It was good first time. We don't need to go back over it.
Okay.
Move on to something else.
That's interesting. I love that. I love it. I embrace the leftover lifestyle. I cook by reheating, so that's what I do. But I like it. Now, did some of that come from your mom? Did she have a history of not leaving things behind?
Oh no.
No.
Mom never left anything behind. She would eat what was in front of her, and then she would look over there at your plate, and if you weren't moving quick enough, she'd come over and get some out of your plate.
Come on now.
One time, somebody had given us some Godiva chocolate.
That's the good stuff.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we were talking, and I ate a little bit of Godiva chocolate. I didn't care for it. It didn't taste right. So I just threw mine in the trash can that was right there. And she saw me do that. She said, "Oh, no. Oh, no, you didn't." And she went around there, got in that trash can, fished out that half, ate it.
No good chocolate gone to waste.
No, sir.
Oh, I can see where that pioneer thing comes in after that story. That makes sense. Oh.
Definitely.
Okay. Hey, frugal.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so that's interesting. So she embraces the fat. For her skincare routine.
Definitely.
Got no chocolate left behind.
None.
What's then her philosophy on dieting? Does she do anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Through the years, she would get she'd get fired up about something, but it hardly ever lasts. Back so many years ago, they came out with something called the Phoenix cookie.
Ooh, okay.
Now, the Phoenix cookie, the idea was you take the Phoenix cookie, which had all the ingredients of a meal in it, all the nutrients.
Okay,
but you would replace a meal with the Phoenix cookie. So instead of eating supper, you'd eat the Phoenix cookie. Or instead of eating lunch, you'd eat the Phoenix cookie.
Okay.
Well, it was just supposed to, that's it. It helped you lose weight.
Right.
But got your nutrients. Well, she said, "I'm going to try that." So I asked her, I said, "Mom, how's it going with the Phoenix cookie?" She said, "Oh, it's going wonderful." She said, she said, I eat a full plate of whatever, and then I take that Phoenix cookie.
Oh.
And I warm it up in the microwave for just a few seconds, and I put a little bit of Bluebell on it.
Just a little topping? So wait, you said she ate her meal and then the cookie for dessert?
And the Phoenix cookie with a little bit of Bluebell.
Just a little icing on top. Oh, okay.
Mom.
I love it. I love it. It helps that skincare routine. It all lines
skincare.
Up. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I hear she had a famous gumbo recipe. Is that true? Is that what Miss Denise likes to make? Is it the same recipe?
She is a wonderful gumbo. She makes her own roux.
Oh, wow.
It's flour that you burn. I know it's kind of weird sounding, but you burn the flour, and she would go to all that trouble, days, gathering, and then she'd make these 2 big pots, and then she would just start inviting people. Aww. She'd just start calling people, "Come on, gumbo's ready." Aww. And they would start coming from everywhere, all across the city of Austin. People just drop what they're doing, they'd come eat gumbo. Now, Mom, she would eat a bowl of gumbo with every single person that came in. So there'd be 6, 8 people come in through the day. 6, 8 bowls of gumbo.
That's a lot of gumbo.
And then we'd come in the evening from school or wherever, and she'd eat with us.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of gumbo. I hope it wasn't too spicy.
Well, you add your spice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so sweet, though. What a warm, open heart to just open her home, eat with everyone.
She was hospitality, warm heart, cared about people. She, if your pigment was any darker than hers, then you were from India.
No.
She just automatically thought you from India.
Really?
If you were any darker than she was, "Baby, are you from India?"
No.
"No, ma'am, I'm from Monterey."
Monterey.
"Oh, but you look like you're from India."
Oh my God. I live in South Florida. Oh, that's funny. She has beautiful skin. She doesn't look like she spent a lot of time out in the sun.
No,
that's
she didn't do a lot of sun stuff. She stayed indoors eating mainly.
Right. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Gumbo, bring it back. So one of the things we talked about last time on the podcast was just your love of music.
Yeah.
Obviously, with your history and legacy, but so much of that came from her.
It did.
Musical ability and talent. Are there any fun musical memories or things that you like to do? Did you guys, I'm assuming you sang together multiple times.
We did. She actually recorded an album way back, and I was just a kid. I don't know, maybe 10? And I did 2 songs on her album. It was called Wanda Phillips, her soul and son. And so I sang a couple of songs on there. I had a high voice. I could reach all those high notes.
You get those high notes.
Can't do that anymore. But yeah, her love of music. You know, I got the benefit of being Wanda's son because we'd sing together. But actually, my dad is the one that really gave me the width of the palette, expanded my palette of music. So my mother was just more, she was more gospel music and Southern gospel. My dad, he liked all the way to the boundaries of country music, every kind of music imaginable. He would say, listen to this, what do you think about that? And so it expanded my palette just as a young boy of all the music genres. I remember one time he would go out to the store, he would buy what we call worldly music. You know what worldly music is?
Are you saying worldly or world?
Worldly.
Worldly.
Worldly. I can't say it. You know what that is?
I imagine the secular.
Yeah.
The
non-Christian.
Non-Christian, there we go.
Worldly music.
We church kids.
No. So we had a piece of furniture in the living room called a hi-fi. You don't know what that is?
I don't.
Huge piece of furniture. It had a turntable on one end, and you kept all the records, big records, which have come back, by the way.
I have seen.
And you keep all the records over here. But just a huge piece of furniture with speakers. And he would sit down in the living room, like right here. I would sit there, and he would take out the record, and he would put it on there. And I don't know, sometimes it was Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Da 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 da. Sometimes it was Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira. Sometimes it was Hemp Hill's, Goodman's. Sometimes it was the Rambos. Sometimes it was Andre Crouch. Take me back. Anyway, we would sit there from song 1 to the last song, just me and him. Oh. And we'd listen. He'd kind of turn the lights down. Well, one day, I went to church. It was on a Wednesday night, I believe, and he had an evangelist come in, and that evangelist started talking about worldly music. That it gets in your brain, gets in your soul, gets in your ear, and that worldly music will do things to you. So I got under conviction. So I went home, and I got in that hi-fi, and I took all those records, and I took them out to the alley behind the house. There was a metal trash can, and I put all those records in there, put the lid on, and I said, goodbye, devil.
Get thee behind me.
You don't have any. You will never get in this brain again. I rebuke you.
Oh, no.
I went back in the house. Well, in a minute, I heard rattling around, that trash can rattling.
Must be a raccoon.
And I looked out there at my dad, getting those records out of that trash can. He said, have you lost your mind? Those are my records.
Right. Don't be touching my music, my worldly music.
Worldly music.
Oh, my gosh, I love that. I love that story. That's too funny. Good to the last drop. I see a little theme there.
Yes.
Nothing goes to waste.
Nothing.
Out of the trash. Mm-mm. Okay, so you enjoyed listening to music with your dad. Did you do a lot of concerts?
We did some. Again, concerts, if they were worldly, they didn't want to be seen there, my mom and dad. Okay. You know, it wasn't like they didn't want to go. They just couldn't be seen. People get sideways with them, I suppose, church people.
Yeah, okay.
But it never slowed me down. I went to
hit them all.
So later in life, I took mom and dad to hear George Strait. You ever heard of George Strait?
I have heard of George Strait, yeah.
King of Texas, the king of country music.
That classic cowboy hat, right?
All my exes live in Texas. All those 40 number one songs, I think.
My goodness.
So I got some good tickets. I took mom and dad. I sat between them. And, of course, my dad loves production, and he was just mesmerized by the lights. And my mom, when George came on stage, you know, he's pretty. And he got that hat. He smiles, got those big white teeth. And he just cute, you know, pearl snap creased Levi's boots.
Classic cowboy.
And he looked right out there at her, point at her, wink. And she said to me, she said, "Oh, I think I'm in love." I said, "Mom, Dad's sitting right there." She said, "He can't hear."
That you picked an interesting choice of evening events if you're going to a concert.
He can't hear.
Sweet Wanda. Hey, those concerts will just draw you in, kind of mesmerize you.
They do.
Oh, sweet. I could see it. I love that. George Strait. Okay, so she loved George Strait. How fun.
Oh, yeah, loved him.
Any other icons of hers musically? Or your father or you? Oh,
man, so many great people in our lives. I think early on the Rambos, Gatlin brothers, Larry Gatlin, just Southern gospel music, Andre, Hawkins, all of them. But my mother, interestingly enough, she didn't want to listen to music so much. She felt like it was work.
To listen to it?
Because every time she was playing, it was work. She was working at the church. So she didn't just listen to music. It felt like work to her, which is different, isn't it?
Right.
But we had so many icons growing up, and a lot of them would come and stay at our house. Oh, wow. Back in the day, my parents would have singers in. Well, you didn't put them in hotels. You just didn't do that. They stayed at our house. So I got to know a lot of them so well. Just a little kid running around, but just seeing their lives and getting on their buses and stuff.
Right. You got an original backstage behind the scenes picture with all those people.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I sure do.
That's really incredible. I'm sure a beautiful childhood.
Yeah.
Lots of stories. I'm sure you could tell on people.
Yeah, I could, but I won't.
We won't go there. We won't go there. I want to keep my job. Oh, I love that. So one of the things you and I have talked about a little bit is this, and I'm going somewhere here, this original Raptor idea. Raptor, Pastor Randy, I have seen you get into so many places without a ticket.
Yeah.
Well,
a Raptor, if you remember, Jurassic Park made the Raptors.
Right. Famous.
And a raptor was that smart animal that would test the fence. You know, they had an electrified fence, but on that particular day it was dead. And the raptor just tests the fence till he finds the dead spot, then he goes through.
Okay.
So my mother, the original Raptor, she could get in any restaurant. It don't matter how long the line was. The line could be just snaking out of the building. And my dad say, he'd just pull the car up. We were kids in the back. He'd say, "Go pull a Wanda." Called pull a Wanda.
Pull a Wanda. Okay.
Pull a Wanda meant he'd let her out. And she'd go in there, cut in the line, go in there, just disappear, big hair, purse beating up against her side. And then in about 5 minutes, you'd see her pick around like, come on. And I was so embarrassed, even as a kid, us getting out of the car, going past all those people who had been waiting for who knows how long. And I said, "Well, Mom, what do you tell them?" She said, "Baby, that's my secret."
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what she told them. It could be like life-threatening, last meal. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, my gosh.
Or whatever it was. We hardly ever waited.
That's amazing.
Because of the original Raptor.
The original Raptor. Now, did she do that when you traveled too?
Oh, yeah. We didn't wait for anything.
We do it.
One time she brought me, we were going to go on a trip. She bought me a little bracelet. It was that expandable kind of bracelet, it was links, but you could expand it.
Okay.
Real cheap.
Okay.
But it had a symbol on it of some kind of medical thing. She'd ordered on TV, who knows. She got two, got one for her, got one for me. And she said, "Baby, when you go to the airport, you tell them you need to board early. You put this little bracelet on."
It's like a life alert.
And you tell them, and they'll let you on. So we were waiting, and had my family, and so we could board early with the girls. Well, but they wouldn't let my mother and dad on.
Aww.
So I saw my mother come up to the gate agent, and she shook that.
Just shaking in front of him.
She shook that. Do you see this? I need on that plane. He looked at it. He said, well, come on.
Oh, my gosh.
The original Raptor.
The original Raptor.
Get through anything.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I've seen you
have
do
to
it.
have you have to. It's a muscle you have to work.
It is a muscle you have to work, and I've seen it. You used to tell my husband to go pray for the team, and that'll help get.
Yeah, so I'd go to the football game, and they were there to stop you, the traffic, and turn you into the big parking lot. And I'd just say, I'm here to pray for the team. And they'd say, come on. Lord knows they need prayer.
Oh my gosh!
I just pull in there and park by the buses.
Yep, I love it. It makes me laugh every time, and it works. It works. Well, maybe we shouldn't air that. We might have to edit that because there's going to be a lot of prayers on them sidelines.
Well, they need prayer.
They got real holy all of a sudden.
They need prayer.
You do. You do. Oh, my gosh. Well, I love it. That's so much fun. So many beautiful memories we talked about last time and this time. I see where the humor and the fun and all of that comes from. Wanda's amazing. But another amazing woman in your life who is hilarious. I feel like secretly hilarious. I feel like not enough people know how funny Miss Denise is.
Denise is hilarious.
She is so witty.
Funny, smart, funny.
Like dry humor.
Real
You're like,
smart.
Is she joking? Is she laughing at me right now?
She is smart, funny.
Oh.
That humor, as you know, you've been married how long?
10 years.
10.
Yep.
Married 38.
38. Wow, that's awesome.
And humor is one of the things that got us through so many dark times. You know, marriage goes through some stuff, ups and downs. But in those downs, humor is what would kind of bring us back up. We were so poor. We didn't have two nickels to rub together hardly. In those early days, it was just it was a grind. Yeah. But humor's what got us through. She's funny.
Oh, she is. She is. I love that. It's so true. I say it in our own life and marriage. It just brings joy.
Yeah.
To almost anything. You got to laugh at yourself.
Got to laugh.
You cannot take yourself too seriously.
Life's sad enough. Laugh.
Oh,
good medicine.
This wasn't in my notes, but one of my favorite memories of being at this church is Easter Sunday. Before the pandemic, I don't know what year.
Okay.
When Shorty fell on stage, guy walks out, slips on stage, and Denise gets the T-shirt gun.
Yeah, there was we had this great idea that this group that entertains children, we were going to have them come in, entertain the kids for Easter. And this one guy's on stilts. So it made him, 11 feet tall.
Yeah, he was giant.
Giant. So we said, well, why don't, this is going to be so good. We need the adults to see this, so let's bring him out, during the transition of the service or offering or something. So Denise says, come on out. So Denise and I are on the stage greeting all the guests, and come on out, Shorty. Well, Shorty comes out. He's 11 foot. He's on stilts. Well, somebody had spilt something backstage, or something had leaked.
I heard it was the fog machine.
I don't know what it was. Something
like slippery.
had gotten the floor all. So he comes, out 11 feet tall. Well, he slips.
Oh, poor Shorty.
And he just starts falling.
Takes a while.
And it took him about 2 minutes to fall.
To fall all the way down.
But he finally fell. Well, the gun, the air gun that he had, a T-shirt gun.
T-shirt gun.
The T-shirt gun, went scooting across the stage. Well, Denise just goes there and gets it.
Right. And
here she is, pastor's wife, all dressed up Easter. She takes that T-shirt gun and just points it at the audience. People are ducking and carrying on. And I said, lift it up, Denise. Don't you? Well, she shot it, hit one of our ushers in the back, knocked his glasses off.
Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite moments.
and laughed.
And she stands to the side with her hand on her hip and her gun on her shoulder.
Yes,
and you
she did.
Continue talking.
Annie, get your gun. She's ready.
Oh,
Lord.
Favorite Life Family moment.
That video is out somewhere.
We'll find it.
Maybe we could show it here.
Put it in the bonus.
Clip.
I'm pretty sure some people have tried to hide that video. I don't know why. It's
we
the
need
funniest
to find
thing.
out and show it here on Backstage.
You gotta laugh.
Yeah,
when
you
things
gotta
go
laugh.
wrong, you just gotta laugh.
Got to laugh.
I love it. I love it. So I hear there's a fun story about, or maybe you have a strategy for gift giving. Do you consider yourself a good gift giver?
No, terrible.
No, but you pay attention when people talk, right?
I've tried. I let the birthday get right up close and then start panicking, or Easter anniversary, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
And it's like start panicking. Of course, Walgreens. Walgreens has everything.
It has a bit.
And they're open all the time. You
Right.
just scoot down there and you can find something.
Find something for that birthday, that anniversary.
Perfect. So I was trying to do better, because Denise is a wonderful gift giver. She listens. Aww. She hears what you say, months before anything comes up, and she's just good with it. Aww. I'm terrible. But we were at a wedding, and there was a beautiful people all dressed up. And there was this lady came walking by. She was dressed up, so beautiful. And Denise said, "Oh, I like those shoes." And so I looked down at the shoes. The soles of the shoes were red. Mm. Mm. What brand is that?
I think the red bottoms are Louis Vuitton.
Okay, Louis.
Louis.
So I said, "Well, what are those?" And she told me. So I just okay, remember that. And so I figured out her size too, shoe size. So she had a birthday or something coming up. So I said, "I'm gonna get her some of those."
Okay.
Red bottom, Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
I didn't know much about it, so I called DSW. And I said, "Listen, do y'all have the red bottom shoes for women?" He said, "Sir."
Oh, sweet man.
"Sir, no, we don't. However, here's where you call."
Okay.
So, I got that number, and I thought, well, that's odd. DSW carries so many things. So I called, the other store, and high-end kind of store. So I said, I need, so they said, and I told them, and I said, about how much are those? And they told me.
And you saw the zeros.
And I said, well, what other color bottom shoes?
Is it the red bottom that makes it so expensive?
How about the blue?
Do you have a blue bottom?
Or green?
Right.
I never did get those shoes.
You didn't?
No.
No, did you get some black bottoms that year?
I got clear, but I painted them red.
Oh, no. I listened.
She'll never know.
She'll never know. Oh, Lord. With that blister and all on her foot. Here you go.
The blister. That's it.
Oh, yeah, they'll get you. The shoes, that's the one that you could, they can get pricey real quick. Oh, that's funny. Okay, but you said she's a good gift giver. Now, did she get you something interesting on Father's Day that you loved? You loved it? We're not sure. Maybe we should go there. Maybe we shouldn't tell her?
She said, okay, me and the girls that got you something for Father's Day. Okay. She said, now, just, it's okay if you don't want to go, but it's a facial. I said, a facial? Men get facials? Oh, yeah. I said, give me one grown man that I know, that gets a facial. Said, well, George Clooney. I said, fine, I'll go.
Oh, that'll get you.
If George goes, I'll go. So I just dreaded it all week, but I went and walked in the door, and there was a group of 3 or 4, 5 young ladies, there, and I walked in, and they all stopped what they were talking about and all turned and looked at me.
Oh, no.
And right there, it crossed my mind, run. Run, you can still get out of here. But I said, so I walked in. They said, you must be Mr. Phillips. I said, yes, I am. I said, oh, good. We've been expecting you. And just the way they said that sent a chill down my spine.
Oh, no.
So I went in the room, and she turned the music up, and I figured out why they turned the music. It's to muffle the screams.
You're going to say that.
And they said, well, you can sit there. It looked like a dentist chair to me, so I got in it, started pulling out tools and, like all kind of stuff. Sharp instruments, terrible looking things, saws.
Saws. I don't think they have that.
Sanders. Well, she said, just relax. I'm like, okay, so she said, well, first of all, we're going to clean your face. So she got some kind of kerosene, and started smearing it on my face. My face felt like it was melting off. And then she said, now, this is going to hurt a little bit. I'm like, well, what did that do?
What was that?
Extractions.
I have heard of
extractions.
I do know well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is where they just start mashing things in your face. I don't know what they're looking for. It was awful, awful. And then they put my hands in some kind of straps where I couldn't fight back.
No way. No. Really?
Then, I don't know.
Okay.
So I crippled out of there. And I finally got in my car. I said, God, if you'll get me out of here, I promise you, I'll never come back.
Oh, my goodness.
So when I got home, Denise said, well, how was the facial? I said, well, I know what I'm getting you for Mother's Day. A root canal.
Oh, my gosh. Touche. Oh, I feel like you need a redeeming experience. No.
I'm good.
Pastor appreciation this year, no?
Unless they could reduce the size of this nose, I'm not going.
Oh, man. Well, they got some saws, apparently. Maybe they can do some of that. Oh, my gosh. That is too funny. Well, I'm sorry. It was that experience.
It's okay.
Oh, I love it. Well, so Denise is the gift giver. You try. But how about, are there any other kind of fun memories? I hear there's been some maybe confusion with Denise. Maybe people thinking that she's someone else, or I know that there's a story somewhere in there about you go into a restaurant and get confused.
Yeah. It was something was coming up, an anniversary or something, so I wanted to take her somewhere nice. So I said, let's go to breakfast at Jim's. Now, Jim's, for our viewers, that's like a Texas, a diner.
Yeah, I was going to say Denny's diner. Or something, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not quite as nice as Denny's.
Okay.
Anyway, it's good.
Oh, I don't want to go
I said, let's go to Jim's. Like, okay. So we go to Jim's Saturday morning. It's packed.
Yeah. We love Jim's here.
I'm not happy about that. I've never waited at Jim's. So I walk in the little lobby there, and I'm like, what is happening here? And like, I don't know. Just put your name on the list. It shouldn't be too long. Well, I was grumpy that I had to wait. I tried the Raptor.
You didn't get to the
Raptor
front?
Didn't work.
Ugh.
And so they said, just over the heads of all those people, so everybody was just packed in there. Like, there's a little U-shaped couch. Just go sit on the couch. We'll call your name in a minute. So I was put out, so I put my sunglasses on because I was mad. And I weaved my way through the people at Jim's. Excuse me. Got to the couch, sat down, mad. I said, can you believe this? Got to wait? I never have to wait here. I put my hand over on her leg and just kind of patted it and rubbed it a little bit. And I heard this sound that I'll never forget. Psst, Randy. The problem was it was coming from over there.
The other side of the room.
I turned, and there was Denise over there. And I picked my hand up, and I turned to this lady, and I stood up. I said, "Oh, ma'am, I am so sorry." She said, "I'm not."
Oh, no, she didn't. Did you know her?
Nope.
Didn't want to.
I
just walk away.
Yeah, Denise didn't. She didn't say a lot the whole day. She was very quiet.
Oh, what a day! What a day at Jim's.
I feel like I should at least buy her breakfast. She said, "You've done enough.
Leave the woman alone." Oh, Denise is a good woman to laugh at
you
that.
get put in jail these days for that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't put me in jail.
No. You're well known, that Raptor. You'd find a way out of it. You'd find a way out of it. Oh, my gosh. That is too funny. Now, I know there's RT is on our staff. He's one of our pastors, but his real name is Randy, right?
Randy Phillips.
Randy Phillips. So that's got to cause some confusion from time to time.
I'm Randy Phillips. I hired Randy Phillips.
Okay.
Randy Phillips was the president of Promise Keepers. Yeah. Promise Keepers, man.
Amazing.
A God movement among the masculine heart all across this nation and beyond. Never seen like it. When they would have Phillips, Craig, and Dean come in and sing for some of these stadium events. Stadiums. 60,000 men. Packed. Just worshiping. It's just, I never seen like it. Well, Randy Phillips, Promise Keeper president, we went there. We arrived at the airport. It was going to be a big stadium event, and they said, "We got to get you to the stage quickly before they open the doors in the stadium. If they open the doors, you can't get a sound check because they just come in by the thousands of people, and you'll be sound checking in front of the audience. So you got a sound check right now. So just go up to your room, hotel room, just throw your clothes in there, come right back down. We'll take you to the stadium." So I went up to my room, put my stuff in there, came back down, got in the van, went to the stadium. We did our sound check. Came back to the room then to get ready for the event. So I came into my room, opened the door, I went into the bathroom, and there was makeup all over the cabinet.
Was Denise with you on this trip?
No.
Oh.
No Denise. And I thought, well, dear Lord, I've gotten in the wrong room. So I looked, but there was my suitcase. And I said, what is happening? Dresses hanging in the closet. I pull out the other things in the in the
drawers.
Yes. What is happening here? Then I saw another suitcase, and I went over and looked at it. It said Holly Phillips.
Miss Holly.
Holly Phillips is Randy Phillips' wife.
Oh my!
They had put Holly Phillips in my room.
Randy Phillips. It's very confusing.
I didn't know what to do. Like, do I pack up my stuff and move? Do I pack up her stuff and move her? I don't know what to do. So I called downstairs. I said, I don't know what to do. They said, oh, we'll take care of it. So they came and got her stuff. So I went over there, and I saw Randy Phillips. And I said, Randy Phillips, I'm Randy Phillips. He said, well, hello, Randy Phillips. Hello, Randy Phillips. Listen, I'm at a Promise Keepers event. Yes. And you put your wife in my room. And I don't think that's good.
I didn't even think about that layer of it.
He said, no, it's not good. I ended up hiring Randy Phillips.
I didn't know.
Here in Austin, boy, we changed his name. He changed his name to RT Phillips.
To help with the confusion.
Yep.
No more of that.
No more of that. Don't need that. We don't need that.
No. Especially Promise Keepers.
No, not
Church
Promise
ministry.
Keepers. Not anywhere.
Oh, poor Holly. Poor Holly. RT.
I'm just thinking, though, what if she'd been in there?
Right. Okay. At least that could have.
Let's move on.
Move on. Oh, man. Well, I was thinking Miss Denise got misplaced somewhere in that story. I didn't know she wasn't with you.
She wasn't there.
Oh, poor Denise. I love it. Well, man, I'm sure we could go on and on for days with family history, family story. I know we'll have some more time. Maybe we can think of some childhood memories.
Yes.
But we'll do that on another episode.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it. Great job.
Thank you for letting us peer backstage. I hope you enjoyed some of these stories as much as we do. A little bit of blackmail maybe somewhere along the line.
I'm sure.
Keep it to yourself. But we hope you'll come back for the next episode of Backstage with Randy Phillips. We'll see you next time. Man, we hope you had fun on today's bonus episode, and we really look forward to bringing you more content each and every month. If you're enjoying the show, I want to remind you, rate, review, and subscribe. This helps us get the message out to even more people. And if you haven't followed us already, find us on social media at Life Family Media for more amazing content and stories just like this. We'll see you next time.